If you think that starting a business today in today's online and digital world is just too hard, and really, I've had my career path and I did what I needed to do in order to keep my family afloat and do the best that I could do for society, and I guess that's really now for the young people, well, you're wrong. Or maybe that's now for the techie geniuses, you're wrong. Or maybe that's now just for the young people who know how to use social media, you're wrong. So whatever state you're in, and if you're a woman who is aspirational about business and aspirational about changing the position that you're in right now, then this community is just for you. And if you've stayed, and if you're still here, chances are you're standing at a point in your life, whether you want to call it a crossroads, whether you want to call it a new phase, whether you want to call it a need for a next new, you're here because you know that you have got more to give, that you're not at the end yet, or that you're at a place in your early woman life where you're thinking, what do I want to give my time and energy to? Do I want to immediately go the traditional route and begin a 9-to-5 job? Or do I believe enough in myself, or want to believe enough in myself, that I can be financially independent, career independent, and live more life and just work to fund that life? Well, I've done it time and time again over the years, beginning when I was a 19-year-old young girl, when I decided I needed to completely change my life and my existence and where I found myself. Then I went through the last 30 years working for the government, working for education, because I'm passionate about changing young minds through really modern, cutting edge, state-of-the-art experiences in their early life. And that led me to realizing that actually I could do that for myself. And when it got to a point where my children had left home and my marriage was ending, as many do, devastating as it was, it gave me me time. When my children weren't in need of me so much anymore, I started to begin feeling like, what's my purpose in life? What's my place? And then I thought, well, I don't have to spend my whole life showing up for everybody else, whether it's the job that I have, or my family, or my young children, or my now adult children, even my friends. You know what? When have I actually spent time showing up for me, made a real true focus to show up for me? So if I'm speaking to you because you're at that phase in your life, or if you're still listening and you're in a younger phase of your life and you think, I want that entrepreneurial independent life, but I'm not quite sure how to get there, or I'm a little scared. I'm scared of losing money. I'm scared of losing perhaps the identity I've been building through my 20s in regard to my career path, or people who know me and want to maybe hire me. And I'm scared of losing the safety of that monthly paycheck. I totally get it. I get it. But you know, with today's technology and the platforms that are available for you, which is the one you're watching this on now, it could not be easier to start earning money off of the skill and the knowledge that you have. Now, what does that mean? Let's just stop for a minute and reflect on some of the women and entrepreneurs here within this community who are now my clients. Let's take a look at Lesky. Let's look at Leah. For example, let's explore Sharon, or Louise, or Veronica. All of these women who I've just mentioned are all within their 30s, and they are looking to be the master of their business and the master of their lives right from the early starts of their career. But they're coming to me saying, we need a roadmap. We need support on aligning our yeses and nos, aligning our priorities and what we focus on, really deeply considering where I put time, energy, expense, and resource. And that's sitting within my framework and structure of what's called your success alignment grid. Or let's consider Kath, Louise, Catherine, Katerina, Louisa. That group of women are in the same phase as me. They're coming into their 50s, maybe already in their 50s. They're realizing that they are not done. But they've given 30 years to their career, to their family, to their community, showing up day in and day out, excelling day in and day out at what they do. And they're at a point where they're thinking, I'm not sure the world or my friends or my family need me in the same way they used to. But it doesn't mean I'm done. And it doesn't mean I've come to the end of my career and now it's just time for me to wait and see what life gives me in my aging phase. No, we need to have an ageless mindset. We need to have aging with beauty and actually realizing that we're at a place in our life where we excel far greater than we ever did. Why? We're financially stable. We've got knowledge of 40, 50 years that we can apply to something really valuable to other people. And this is what She Exclusive is about. It's about helping you to realize the power that's within you, the knowledge that is so exceptional and valuable to other people that is within you, and how you use that to become financially independent, to grow in your abundance mindset, and then live the lifestyle that you really deserve now. Because you've spent so many years giving other people the most amazing lifestyle. I know I did. I put all of my heart, soul, and energy into my job for education, helping teachers to enable other young people to have really rich and inclusive and powerful learning experiences by helping them understand the neuroscience of motivation, of learning, of neurodiversity. I again put all of my energies into my children and my family home and making it the most safe and vibrant and fun and learning-filled space. Again, I put a lot of energy into my fitness and my health and my wellness, and that's amazing because that's really showing up for me, and that's wonderful. But as you get busier and life goes away, what happens? That gets put on the back burner. Well, that's indicative of maybe other things within your life that have been put on the back burner. Have you felt that really showing up for the 9 to 5 and trading time for money again and again and again is what you were expected to do and what was the right and only way? Well, today, in today's world and what is evolving literally in the last 6 or 7 months, there is a platform now for you to take your knowledge, all your expertise, no matter what it is, and turn it into a digital product that millions of people around the world are searching for, accessing, and learning from. There's a statistic at the moment that 98% are learning and 2% are teaching. Now that's really remarkable. So out of all the people looking for e-learning or modern knowledge that is available online, 98% of those are learners and only 2% are educators, teachers, instructors, creators, and course providers. Now is the time for you to take advantage of the wealth that will come flowing into your life because of the knowledge that you have. And what my job is here in She Exclusive is to facilitate that. As I mentioned before, I have been on quite an entrepreneurial journey throughout my life, albeit working for the government. But even in my role as an inclusion consultant, a strategic director for education, I was continually developing and designing new models, new ways to operate in order to change the education system, which, as we know, is so archaic and broken. So I really still hold myself as an entrepreneur, but there were lots of things I didn't know in the journey and the role of an entrepreneur, such as the full business plan, such as the balance between time versus resource versus money versus income versus output. Let's imagine ourselves as a watering can, and that's us in our business. And as a fempreneur or entrepreneur, that's really what you are. You are using time, energy, resource, knowledge, and pouring it into the pot or the funnel or the watering can that then outpours output and generates income, right? Now, does that really need to be even balance? I don't think so. We need to, and we have the capacity to, stop exchanging time for money. Okay? What we can do, and what I'm going to teach you how to do, and what I've learned how to do, is to put in the right input, the right exact resource and product and expertise, set it up so that it becomes what we call evergreen, and then let it do its thing. And then the output and the income is more than the time that you put in. This is where we start to see the magic happen. And this is what's happening now on the internet. And if you're not getting in on it, you are missing a trick. So with all the clients and the women that I'm mentioning there and speaking to, they are learning with me on first our success alignment grid. Where do I balance my emotional needs, my physical needs, my business needs, and my leadership and partnership and stakeholder requirements and needs in an absolutely squared, aligned grid, so that we're giving equal balance to our wellness and ourself, and filling ourselves with more knowledge, with more abundance, with more time, to become the beautiful product that people want to buy from. So that then when we do output, we are so full and we are so attractive to others that we literally draw them in. And this is what we teach here at She Exclusive. So let's get into a little bit about our platform that you're on now. So this is our basic membership page. And within this membership, what do you get? You get a continual update of blogs, ebooks, information on all 4 aspects of health, business and wealth, and self and community, along with perimenopause, because it's starting a whole lot earlier than you think. And what happens to our bodies in our hormone changing times make a massive impact on how we think, how we work, how we act, and the energy we have to do that. So we offer a lot of knowledge and strategies. We have a podcast, which you've obviously seen within our free space, and a live streaming on all 3 aspects as well, on mind, body, and soul, focusing on the perimenopause, focusing on our mindset and wellness. And of course, you can access that here in this paid membership space as well. But what else do you get? You get a weekly virtual retreat. Every week we come together, we reset, we realign, we share our successes, we get tips and strategies from others in the community. We also have time to discuss our fuck-ups and our challenges and figure out what went a little wrong and what do we need to tweak or realign or readjust. And that is time well spent like you would not measure, because it's a small tweak that makes a greater output and brings in a higher level of income. And we're all professional friends here, so there's a safe space to share. We again, of course, spend time realigning with our chakras and with our energies so that we are really in the right place to make the right choices and respond to the challenges in the most effective way. What else do you get? We get weekly online networking that focus just on business growth. We talk about things that are happening for us. We talk about mindsets that are holding us back, or maybe that we've really gained a strategy in and are now released, in order to open up our pathway for new. Because what we're doing is helping you to plan, to shape, and then to enact your next new. So whether you're 30 starting out as a business owner and ambitious to be that financially sufficient woman who really doesn't need to trade time for money anymore, and who is so fulfilled because you are doing your purpose work and you are sharing it with the world while making a lot of money, because there is a lot of money out there on this digital platform space where you can make a product that people are going to chase you down the streets for. But you've got to get it right. And I have gone through the failures and the ups and the downs to learn how now what actually works and get it right for you. I've done a lot of research, and I'm proud to say that I am excellent at learning how to learn. So I just go deeper, and I go wider, and I go higher, and I go broader to more deeply understand this field and this world so that I can share it with you and empower you, because I am so committed to empowered women today in my life. And the reason is because I needed that throughout my life, and I didn't have that. And now I'm feeling it, and I am so committed to share it with you and prop you up so that you can fly. That's why I've put in such a high commission for She Exclusive, because if you make money, I make money, and that's wonderful. And you can benefit from also the empowerment that you find here by promoting it to others. And not only do you benefit financially, but you benefit from a growing community and from bringing powerful, strong, sassy, and determined fempreneur minds together, that we are going to create a movement and we are going to be so strong. And together we're going to do that. And I just want to speak to those who are in my phase of life. If I can do it, women, you can. You are not done. You're not broken. You don't need fixing, or you don't need early retirement. You know, we want longevity, and we want to be financially independent all the way through to the end of our days. And we want to use that financial wealth to pay for our wellness and how we age with beauty. So we don't choose what we need. We don't choose what we can afford. We don't accept our lot in life. We move to mindsets like, what do I want? How am I going to get it? What more can I take advantage of that's out in the world today, utilizing my knowledge and expertise of 40 odd years, 50 years, to gain financial wealth, independence, time, space, and feeling that I'm leaving a legacy, feeling that I'm offering something to others and empowering them. How powerful is that? And that's what you can find here, because I'm going to teach you skills that maybe you thought you couldn't learn. Oh, it's too new for me. Or, oh, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, that's wrong. And I will show you and remind you the plasticity of the brain and help develop a new sense of vibrance, a new sense of confidence, a new sense of possibility. And I'll teach you how your brain can move through its existing understanding and neurological connections to a new possibility. Focusing on the big question, how do I change my mindset that's been so locked in for 20 years, 40 years? Well, it's possible. And there's a clear step-by-step roadmap that I teach you in order to completely alter your mindsets. Women that have been working with me for the last year are seeing financial growth in their business like you wouldn't believe, helping them to move into 5 to 7 figure months because they're one, aligning their time, work, energy, and resources, and two, and probably more importantly, changing mindsets that have been locked in for generations, not just theirs. They've influenced us for so long, these mindsets that say that this is the place of women, or this is the behaviors of women, or this is what's expected of us, or this is really what we should do, even though others say that we should be more bold, etc. Maybe not for me. Now, just a little disclaimer here, women. I am not a feminist, and I welcome the input and the strength and the value that men bring to our community, and I want to put that out there from the outset. But there's something unique. Well, there's many unique things that women need to discuss that men maybe don't understand. Equally, the same for men. There should be a himpreneur or a malepreneur community as well, because they need the similar strength, support, and guidance. But right now here, this is a space for you, this is a space for women, and this is a space for growth, because we talk about things that are real directly to women. And like my strapline is, we are real women with real issues who have real talk, offering real solutions. And those solutions empower and enable you to be what you should be in this phase of your life, whether you're 30 or 50. It's a new chapter, it's a new phase, and it's one for you to thrive in. So join the community, get involved, and as you see from the list below, there are many other perks, such as a private chat where you can meet and connect with women, a pitch deck where you can share your own businesses and get friends, get clients, get partners, build your own network, as well as the affiliate scheme that I mentioned earlier, where you can also make money off of what we're doing here at She Exclusive. And additionally, WAP is growing by 2.5 million people every few months. There's more and more and more, and it's only been open for a short time. And the digital product range that you can see on here is vast. So choose one that's meaningful for you and get involved in their WOP. Take their commission opportunities, reclip their offers because it's in line with your business, and then make money from them too. So the capacity for growth here is really quite exciting. Additionally, and finally, once you come into our community here and really grow your connection with us, you become an expert on my podcast and my live stream, because it's our community, skill swapping and sharing with each other, that makes us so powerful. And together, we're going to inform, we're going to inspire, and we're going to enable each other to be the best versions of ourselves, live that abundant lifestyle that we're after, and feel so well within ourselves because we are doing what makes us happy. And we're finding our own inner purpose, our ikigai, in whatever phase of life we're in. So click the button below, book a call to meet me directly, introduce yourself, and let's plan your growth journey so that we can see what you need, plan that out specifically. I can align it with the offer and program that I have, which again, if you click on the link below in my courses tab, you can see the courses that we have on offer as various key points that I believe are really vital for fempreneurs to have completely solid under their belt. So the list goes on and it's going to continue to grow. You're going to love it and benefit from it. I'll see you within the community.